What's up, guys? The first thing I want to talk to you about today is just a lot of these rampant and poor techniques when it comes down to doing exercises like such as the plank. There's one gap and hole that I'm consistently seeing across the board with a lot of people who are doing planks, and that is just that they're not accessing their glutes and they're not creating this nice stable base through the trunk. All right, and that's really important. So this is what we do when we talk about the plank is basically when we get down, it doesn't matter if you are on your elbows or if you're on your hands, that's fine. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm gonna show you just the plank, the high plank position, right? So I'm on my hands. What you wanna think about here is that when we're doing a plank, we wanna make sure that our knees are locked out, all right? Because the bottom line is a lot of people start to complain about low back stiffness, low back pain, and that's because if we're not engaging our glutes when we're doing exercises such as push-ups, planks, burpees, and all these other things, what ends up happening is that we start to create this sagging position through our hips. And that's not good because that creates a lot of a shearing type of force and strain on our lumbar spine, right? So we have to think about that. We're creating these low-grade little bits of movement and friction, and that's just going to be potentially very irritating to our lower back. So first thing that when you're doing your plank is you want to ask, do I have my knees locked out? Because when I squeeze my knees locked out straight, I'm just contracting my butt, right? Doesn't matter if your back has a slight little dip in it, but as long as you're using your glutes, you're gonna end up being really stable and protecting your lower back. Now, the next thing here too is, it's not a matter of the plank is not a competition on who can hold your breath for the longest amount of time. So the next thing you wanna think about when you're doing your plank and when you're doing your motions is, now that I have my glutes engaged, my knees are locked out straight, now can I breathe into my belly? And can I just do that where I'm getting as much air deep into my belly again, right? I like to talk about breathing is, can I get into that? Can I take a big breath in about the same size as I could when I was laying on my back? Now, you're probably not gonna be able to take that same amount of breath, but if you feel that you try to breathe into your belly and it comes up into your chest, then that's also an indication that your spine is not in its best position and shape. So with this in mind, my challenge to you is now, can you get yourself into the plank position? Doesn't matter again if you're onto your hands, if you're onto your elbows, but can you maintain that consistent tension through your glutes, lock out those knees, and can you string together 20 deep belly breaths in a row without feeling like you're losing tension through your glutes, you feel like you're gonna start to collapse, and you feel like everything's just quivering and going crazy, all right? So I want you to give that a try, work on some of those principles of the plank, and let me know what you think about that. Thanks for watching.